Hello, this is Resource of the Week with SolanoConnex, Mental Health, Service Access, and You. My name is Elena Starr.
And I'm Valentina Kelly. This week, we're meeting with Donna Huizar, Case Manager for Opportunity House. Thank you so much for joining us today, Donna. And we're really excited to learn a little bit more about your organization. How are you doing today?
I'm well. Thank you.
Could you tell us a little bit about where you work and what your organization specializes in?
So I work at Opportunity House, the shelter in Vacaville. We are on 267 Bennett Hill Court. You know, we're not, in my opinion, we're not just a regular shelter. We consider ourselves a work to housing program. So we offer, of course, shelter, safety. They have to learn how to, live differently. So we kind of do a lot of coaching here. We have groups for them to process. We offer parenting groups. We offer addiction awareness. We offer goodness, grief, and guilt and addiction awareness. We work with pretty much every population you can imagine. We work with homeless. We work with addicts, low to moderate mental health. We also work with probation, parole, CPS, drug court, RAP program out of the jails, and live-in treatment programs. That's where we get a lot of our population. And so our job here is to kind of just teach them that there's another way to live and to teach them how to be productive members of society. They also have to have learn how to have a savings requirement. We want our residents to stack as much money as possible so that when they are able to get their own place, that they are financially able to do so. We also offer a program when they get to a certain level. We offer a program of New Focus, which is a budgeting class. And so, a lot of our residents come in here broken, and when they stay in this program and they do the work, they end up leaving feeling very empowered, feeling like they can, be a productive member of society. They have been able to get their kids back in their custody. They have learned how to stay clean by working a 12-step program. They learn how to hold down a job. They learn how to, work with their finances and be responsible. We also have two thrift stores. We have one here in Vacaville and we have one in Fairfield. We also, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this yet, so I think I'll hold off.
Okay.
Oh, I can't talk about it? So we are opening a sister shelter for the Tay youth.
Congratulations. That's so exciting.
Thank you. So we are doing that coming up really soon. I don't know. We do a lot with our residents. We're their biggest cheerleaders, but we also have to make sure we're running a program, and we also have to make sure that we're always redirecting, coaching, but we are a program, so they have to follow certain rules. They have chores that have to be done on a daily basis. They learn how to cook with each other because everyone takes a turn cooking for the house. They have to make sure that the house is clean. You want to be where you're living, you want it to be clean and safe. And, we have a lot of kids here, and they learn how to parent in a healthy manner. It's kind of like a little family here with them, and so that's kind of how we run it. At the same time, we make sure that we have boundaries with our residents, and that they learn how to have boundaries with themselves and anyone else that's going to be in their life. I don't know, our success rate is pretty good. It's in the 80s. Wow. So somewhere around 86. So we're pretty proud of that. Who can access our services is pretty much anyone. As long as you can work and, have the open-mindedness and the willingness to try something new. There are a lot of rules. We're very structured. And sometimes it's hard for people that have been out homeless that don't have any rules and haven't had them in a long time. And you know what I mean? And hasn't had anybody to believe in them. And tell them that they can do, whatever they put their mind to. It is an 18-month program.
18 months.
All residents have a savings requirement of 75% to 90%. We supply pretty much basically all their needs. We have a thrift store, so if there's clothing items that need to be had, they have that. When they are ready for a job, for interviews, we make sure that they have interview clothes. Food, they eat pretty well here. Everything we get is donated through our community. So we're pretty blessed.
How does somebody get enrolled into the program, or what is that?
This program?
Yeah.
So we're not just a walk-in. You're not going to be able to just walk in. There is a process to get into our place. We are fairly picky because we have to make sure that they're a good fit for our program, because we serve, we have a lot of people in this program and they've come from all walks of life, but you have to be mindful of who you're serving and what the end goal is. So the way that you get into our program is it starts off with a phone screening. So they will call and do a phone screening, and there's about 10 to 12 questions that we have on there. And there's a background check, and we, of course, check for Megan's Law. If you do not have any active warrants and everything else is good, then we would move forward after giving them a snippet of what the program, what's required. Then at that point, we would ask if they were ready to move forward, and we would set them up with a face-to-face, which is basically an interview with the case manager. And then we spend like a 45 to an hour timeline with them, explaining pretty much the program and what's expected. And then, at that point, we ask, is this something that you think you could do? And, sometimes they say no because it's a little bit too much for them. The one thing, and sometimes when they say yeah, and once they say yeah, if we have bed space available, we give them a intake date, and then they come in and start the program. If they are interested and they're a good fit, but we don't have bed space, then they go onto a waiting list.
Got it.
Yeah.
And do you guys have any age limitations or anything else?
They have to at least be 18.
Okay.
And I mean, age limit, I've had some 64-year-olds. I've had 62-year-olds, and actually they ended up doing really well. They have to be able to do steps, and we are a bunk bed dorms.
Got it.
So
Okay.
And Donna, what's the best way for people to get more information? Is there, do you have a website or social media?
yeah, we do. The website, vsscorp.org.
And okay, so you said you guys provide, I would kind of want to talk to about some of the pieces you mentioned earlier. So you said that you guys kind of provide everything so people are able to save. Are there any costs, or do you go through insurance or anything through this program, or is it totally free?
Totally free.
Awesome.
So the way that kind of we are able to do what we do is, of course, our thrift store helps us. We do events. Our EDD, our executive director goes out and puts her face out there, and she asks for money and donations. And we do, Festival of Trees is one of our biggest money makers. But we also work with SUD program, which is the new program that it used to be Prop 47. And now it is SUD, and it's the substance use disorder. And that's a program where we do get paid for those clients that we bring in. Usually they come straight from jail. So we work with them, and we have a contract with them for 8 beds to save for them.
Okay.
And those 8 beds, we do get paid. But other than that, you don't necessarily have to. I mean, we bring in whoever's a good fit, and it doesn't cost them anything.
Do people need to be from Solano County in order to get into the services, or do you prioritize based on where they're coming from?
I've had people come here from out of state
Wow.
and be in this program. I've had somebody call from out of state and want to do everything from out there and then come out here, and I'm like, I can't have you come out here if it's not a set program and I don't have room for you, and I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, we've worked with people from other counties.
Awesome.
Actually, one of my case managers, and that is going to be running that other program, came from another county, and she did this program successfully, got her kids back, and she now works for us, and she's amazing.
Awesome. And is there anything that we haven't covered yet that you want to mention about Opportunity House or any of the programs you guys provide or outreach that you do?
We were actually also working with the Housing Authority with vouchers. That is now coming to an end, but we were able to not be the middleman. We were able to we could refer them to housing, and we were able to house a lot of our chronically homeless people that were, community was like, oh, they're never going to be able to, and there's been a handful of them that are going to be housed, and also some of our residents have been able to get their vouchers and be housed.
Wow.
And also Vacaville crew unit. Me and
Yeah.
Ashley and one of our other staff member, David, we go out in the early mornings and work with the homeless. That's kind of how this relationship with the homeless population started. Is Vacaville PD came and asked our executive director if there was any way we could have a relationship and have case managements that would be willing to go out and be liaisons for them, and it's been successful.
That's really exciting. Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, it was great learning about services Opportunity House has and the exciting news that you guys have.
It's going to be pretty cool. We're just trying to, give back to our community, and now we're going to get to do that with the youth, and I think that it's going to help us here as well, right? We're working on stopping, or at least helping with recidivism, and just teaching our people that have maybe went the wrong way, that they don't have to live like that anymore, and they can be successful and have happy, healthy lives.
Definitely. We're really excited to hear about what you guys have coming up, and really good resources that you guys offer too. We just want to remind everybody who's listening, if you want more information about Opportunity House, you can go to their website. We're going to have it posted. And again, if you're just looking for any mental or emotional health resources or services, you can always visit our web app at SolanoConnex.org. That's Solano, CONNEX.org. Thank you again, Donna, so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for what you do as well. We appreciate it.